The fruit bowl of New Zealand is looking rotten after Cyclone Gabrielle ripped through the region, tearing at fruit trees and vegetable crops. The devastation costing some growers their homes, their livelihoods and their produce. Leighton Hakel reports.
Cyclone Gabrielle left rural Puketapu a wasteland. A tsunami of debris tossed kilometres from where it came from. There are containers, boats, cars, all upside down, and homes completely ruined.
Total loss. You don't need to assess it, it's just bloody gone.
The people of this home were rescued by chopper, and for those that did stay, like George Sandbrook, the only way out is by bike.
I'm on my old bike today because I don't want to chance my battery on my other bike.
In Waiōhiki, the land is covered in thick silt, while in Twyford, it's covered in hundreds of thousands of crops, where, while cleaning up, the Greer family were reunited after days of no contact. A small reprieve for Phil and Kirsty after floodwaters rushed through their home and orchard, taking everything in its wake.
All rivers broke their banks, and then basically joined up, so it was just one big river.
Just big family lounge. Devastated.
Yeah, I've had one cry. I walked the top story, that only got halfway up, the water only got halfway up there, so sat on those stairs and looked at all our family photos. We've had 3 family weddings in this home. My parents built it, so yeah, it's very emotional as well.
Outside, it is just as shocking. Apples, which were mere days or weeks away from being harvested, washed away or floating in floodwater.
Culture industry and cropping have been terribly affected. We have cropping land down the back here with Bostocks, and it's just hammered, just absolutely hammered. So yeah, it's going to really affect Hawke's Bay.
It's devastated the region's horticulture industry.
This is billions. We need support. We won't come back unless we get government support.
So much produce was completely destroyed when rivers broke their banks. Water above my head rushed through fields like this one, completely decimating entire orchards. This grower has lost everything.
The devastation is can't give words to it.
And just next door, it's a similar story. Jenny Nielsen has lived at her property for 44 years.
We've had lots of wonderful times here, and I remember looking out there and our garden was beautiful, and so I hold on to that.
The floodwaters have also devastated farms. This mob of cows forced to swim over 500 metres to their owner and to safety. But many, like on this farm in Puketapu, wouldn't have survived. The damage is so severe to the land, farmers and growers are left not knowing what to do next.
Well, OK, Leighton, you've been to some of these cut-off places. What do they need?
Well, Sam, it's going to be a big job, but they need people in there getting rid of that debris, all that slash, because they are quickly running out of supplies. We actually spoke to a man and we gave him a jerry can full of petrol because he needs his generator to run so he can keep his fridge on to keep some sort of food supply. As for the farmers and growers, it is a big blow to the food basket of New Zealand. They are in desperate need of more government support. They are resilient people, but they need to know they will get help to get back onto their feet.
Leighton, thanks so much for that update.